we got another video. This one is divorced women crying online after their husbands moved on quickly. Let's check this one out.
I think the hardest thing for me about this separation is knowing that despite what I did and what I said, what I looked like, this person saw me for who I was and just didn't choose me.
I just cried my eyes out. I cried my heart out. I prayed to God. I felt so much pain because of my divorce. The first thing I do is fix my hair because for some reason it always gets crazy when I cry. And my lips feeling dry. So I always put my liquid lipstick, just kind of be more presentable because I hate feeling like this.
These are papers for divorce. These little pieces of paper, little flimsy pieces of paper, can break and end something that's so strong in somebody's heart. I did it.
It's Coronation Day. It's Coronation Day.
Gentlemen, that clip you just watched?
I'm tripping because I feel like I've just seen a unicorn. I see a Caucasian woman with a bonnet on. Something new, something I've never seen before. So that was new.
That's how it starts. That forced sense of fulfillment these women get the moment they blow up their marriages. That grin is the diploma. What we're about to watch today is the career that follows. Today's woman spent 8 years married, filed for divorce, documented every single moment on camera because nothing says I'm healing like making sure everyone is watching while you do it. She expected him to fold. She expected the call, the apology, the man showing up at the door promising he'd change, he'd communicate, he'd lose his anger. Everything she scripted in her head at 2 a.m. while the papers were already in the court system. He didn't call. What followed was 6 videos, her words, her camera, her tears. She handed us the case file herself, boys. Let's read it back to her.
So, here's this. These are papers for divorce. And it's very sad. I don't understand how 8 years of trying my best to love somebody and fight for them
Really?
to put up with so much abuse can just be wiped out with little papers. It's not easy. And as much as I know that this needs to happen, it still hurts. Because I never wanted this. I actually did love him. And I know you have, and you love somebody that does those things to you. I don't know. I don't know why.
They love playing the victim, guys. Like they had absolutely nothing to do with the divorce. Absolutely nothing. Why is she so upset if he was so evil and cruel? That's one thing I notice about a lot of these women, especially on social media, guys. They always come out here with these sob stories. They want to cry on camera and they want to say, oh, despite everything he did to me, I still love him. But never mention anything that they've done. And of course, you don't know because you can't hear his side of the story. You don't know his side of the story. So you can only go off of what you hear from her. But I'm wise enough to know how these Jezebels think. All right. It's a cautionary tale.
Maybe I see brokenness in people, and I know that we can all be better people and heal if we want to. I'm sad because this is the dreams that I had for us as a family and as husband and wife, and these little pieces of paper, little flimsy pieces of paper can break and end something that's so strong in somebody's heart. It's hard. I'll get through, but I'm sharing my journey with you guys, every part of it. Just so you know that you're not alone, and you guys make me feel not alone.
Trying to make other women feel better about walking away from their long, hard-fought marriages too. And you're going to see how this turns out. And for a lot of women, nothing good is going to come of this.
So, here goes.
Little flimsy pieces of paper. She drove to get them, signed them, brought them home, set up the camera, picked the lighting, and decided the villain in this story is the paper. Not the decision, the paper. Now, notice what she buried in that clip. She opened with 8 years of abuse and closed the same breath with, I never wanted this. I loved him. Maybe I just see brokenness in people. That is not a woman escaping. That is a woman preloading the excuse before the consequences arrive.
If you let them talk long enough, guys, I always say this, they will leave breadcrumbs. Just follow the breadcrumbs and you will really find out what really happened, or at least get an idea. Guys, they're going to continue to talk and talk and talk, and they will let you know.
Because somewhere in the back of her mind, she already knew he might not beg. And she needed a reason ready that wasn't, I miscalculated. Day one is next. She bought herself a migraine.
So, day one, after filing. And I feel so sad. I know I'm going to go through different emotions, but right now I feel sad. I think the last time I felt the pain like this was when my mom died. And in a way, this is a death of hope. And I look around and I see, I just want to scream. Like, I see the Christmas trees that I put up and all this beautiful home and all my dreams I had for us. I just want to scream. I just want to, like, run away. I want to I don't want to see any of this. It hurts, you know? I don't want to see it. I know that this is going to be a process for me, ups and downs, and I'm sure, you know, kind of probably like Corey, smile, like, get over it, you know, but this is my page to heal and to be brutally honest about every piece of this journey.
Try being brutally honest about why you divorced. How about that? You want to give everybody your side, but you don't want to give everybody the complete side. So if you're not going to do that, I mean, I'm not trying to hear that.
So I barely slept last night. I've got a migraine. My heart's broken. And so much of me wishes that he'd be like, I'll change, I'll fix this, I love you, I'm sorry for all the things I said, you know, you never deserved it, I'll never say that again.
You see how she's painting her picture? She's painting her perfect picture for all of the women out here, and of course leaving all of the things out that should also be explained. They do this all the time, guys. I'm telling you, in courthouses, on story time, Instagram, YouTube, they all do this when it comes to something like this. They do.
I'll pay attention to you. I'll communicate with you. I'll lose my anger. It's not going to change.
Notice everything she named, she put on him. She didn't put one thing that she was responsible for in that long ass sentence, guys. And she's not going to, right? And it always comes down to accountability. And this is something that most women are terrible at, guys. I've seen it throughout my entire life. A lot of men can relate to this. They can't stand accountability, and they will talk bad about the man. And she's trying to paint him in a way that, oh, he's just so bad and I'm trying to forgive him for all his faults. but she's not listing anything of hers. There's no way, I promise you guys, there's no way that this divorce happened and she didn't have a part to play in this.
You ain't lying.
In other words, she did some shit. Okay, but she's not going to name it. She's not going to list it. She's not going to let her audience know that, because it would be too real. And it would ruin her image that she's trying to paint right now.
But I guess I'm somebody that will always have hope, because not always have hope. Until the divorce is done, I'll always have hope that things could change. And I guess that's just me being stupid, I'm sure many of you would say. Or maybe it's just me trying to see the good in everybody. I don't know what it is. I'm not weak. I don't know why I became this woman. Who am I? But this is where I'm at today, this morning. I'm sad.
Day 1 after filing. Migraine. No sleep. Standing in the home she chose to leave. Staring at Christmas trees she decorated herself. Wanting to scream at the life she built. And then, I need you to catch this because she said it, not me.
And I guess that's just me being stupid.
Then immediately walked it back. Or maybe I just see the good in people. Which is a much prettier sentence than, I filed papers expecting him to panic, and he didn't. But it is the same sentence. She also told you what she actually wanted, word for word.
So much me wishes that he'd be like, I'll change, I'll fix this, I love you, I'm sorry for all the things I said, you never deserved it, I'll never say that again, I'll pay attention to you, I'll communicate with you, I'll lose my anger.
I'll change, I'll fix this, I'll pay attention to you, I'll communicate, I'll lose my anger. The papers are in the court system, and she is lying awake at night writing his apology speech for him. That is not a woman who wanted out. That is a woman who wanted leverage, and just discovered her husband had been waiting for that door since month 2.
Today I am filling out my divorce paperwork. I've already grieved.
I'm sorry, I'm grieving right now. I'm grieving over those eyelashes. I'm sorry, guys. When is this going to stop? Okay. When is this going to stop? I don't know what the obsession is with these Hollywood eyelashes, guys. These anime eyelashes. It's out of control. Something needs to be done. That's a real crime right here. Okay? You can get 5 to 10 just for walking outside with those on your eyes. Do something about that, please.
The relationship. A long time. I've grieved the ending of the relationship. I've grieved the separation. I've been separated for almost a year next month. Actually, in a few weeks. But I still can't help but feel like a failure. I know I did everything that I could have in my marriage to save it, but I don't miss the marriage. I don't want to be back in the marriage at all. I wonder, does anybody else feel like a failure filling out their divorce papers?
If you didn't want to be in the marriage and that's how you truly felt, you would not be here crying. You would not be here crying. Okay? You're still emotionally attached to whoever this man is. If you weren't, tears would not be falling down your face. I promise you they wouldn't. If he was so terrible and these things were so evil, these guys were so evil that you just had to escape and you had to get away, you wouldn't be crying. You'd be ecstatic about it. You would be celebrating, not what we're watching right here, guys.
Cause damn, when I got
married, I didn't picture any of this. I didn't even want to get married.
Different woman, different marriage. Same crash landing. But hold on, that last line. Almost threw it away. I didn't even want to get married, so she didn't want it. Got it. And now feels like a failure because it ended. Nobody forced the dress on. Nobody forged the signature. The decision was hers. The ceremony was hers. And the paperwork closing the chapter she never wanted, that's what makes her feel like a failure. The pattern across every single one of these women is not bad men. It is choices made freely, publicly celebrated, and privately regretted the moment the other person stops caring enough to fight back. Hold that, because the next clip is the one she probably wishes she never filmed.
So I saw a comment, I deleted it, but I need to respond to it. Someone asked to hear my husband's side. So let me tell you, my husband's side. Well, he loved me and gave me everything he had, did everything in the world for me. And you know what? I have to tell you though, actually, to his credit, he did do so much for me. Except show me love and respect and attention and hold me and kiss me and look at me and communicate with me.
You know, the same pattern I'm noticing, listening to some of these other women talk about being held and you know, just basically a lot of emotion. Okay, and I gotta say this: if you're a woman watching this, just because a man doesn't show you that the way you want him to show it to you, that doesn't mean he doesn't love you. A lot of us, including myself, guys, in that department, I'm not a very emotional person when it comes to that. My wife will tell you guys straight up, you know, I wish he would, you know, hold me more and these type of things more, right? Kiss me more and all that. But that does not mean I don't love my wife. Okay, I love my wife very much. And I think these men, a lot of these men do as well. It's just that sometimes the women want to be loved the way they think a man should love them. Okay. And what I mean by that is all these movies that they watch, all these things on social media, guys, that tells them that this is how it's done. Okay. But that's not the real world. And I think that gets mixed up in a lot of this. And you can blame a lot of that on that, if I'm being honest. Because if your husband tells you, hey, I love you, okay, I married you, I love you, and I'm not the one asking for the divorce, you're the one filing, because I can't love you the way you're saying you need to be loved, then there's a problem. That's a real problem.
And try to have conflict resolution ever. He did everything in the world that money could do or he could physically do, but emotionally, he's been gone since month 2, and I happen to be pregnant. So there's that.
That's a universal thing. I just have to interject again. That's a universal thing with a lot of men, guys. I'm not saying every man, but a lot of us, you could easily call us emotionally unaware or emotionally absent to a certain degree, right? You have to coax us sometimes in that department. And you know what I mean? My wife has done it, and I'm sure others have done it as well. I've talked to friends about the same exact thing. And this is just, it happens so often that it can't be a coincidence, guys. I mean, this happens with a lot of men. It does. A lot of us, you know, the stuff that we've went through in our lives, you know, we internalize a lot of it. I think that's universally known. You know, as far as how we show our emotions and things of that nature, usually when we're feeling a certain type of way, we deal with it internally. We don't, you know, cry in front of our significant other. We don't do things like that. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. That's just something that is a part of us, right? And if you're a woman and you claim you love somebody, then that is kind of part of the package, if you will, right? My wife knew that going in. And I've had issues with women in the past about that. You know, I've had women tell me that, you know, it wasn't going to work out because I was not emotionally where they wanted me to be. And that's fine. But my wife knew this too. And she was able to look past that and understand that, oh, he's just a man. I know he loves me, and where it counts, that's where we're always showing up, right? Where it counts at, and that's what I think a lot of women fail to see, fail to realize. And because a man doesn't love them exactly the way that they've seen on TV and movies and shows, then there's an issue with that. And they need to stop looking at that and trying to interject that into their relationship, because these things are going to happen. And then it's going to be what we're watching right now, guys.
And that's very typical of the personality type I'm dealing with. There you have it.
Nobody asked her to do that. Someone left a comment, she deleted it, then made a whole video to address it anyway, and in the process, volunteered the most complete defense of her husband that any man could ask for. He loved her, gave everything he had, did everything money could do, everything physically possible. Month 2. He was emotionally gone since month 2, and she was pregnant. She stayed for 8 more years, filed only when the leverage felt ready. If a man provides everything, shows up every day, builds the home, funds the life, fathers the child, and somewhere in the first year, something in him quietly switches off, whose job is it to say something first? And does the answer to that question change anything about what she just filed? I'm not giving you the answer. You already have it. I just want you to feel the weight of it, because what she says next will tell you exactly what she actually wanted from that marriage.
Okay, so I've got a business idea. We need to come up with a robot boyfriend or girlfriend, partner, whatever, for people that are going through a divorce. That way, you don't feel super lonely, and you can or is there like a service of men or women, but for me it'd be man, that I could buy to just give me compliments all day and tell me he loves me and everything's gonna be okay, and call me and check on me and just build me the hell up. And because I don't actually want someone, I just want some affirmation right now.
And the funny thing is, if she were to actually get that from her husband or whoever, she would become complacent, and then she would grow tired of it, and then she would leave him because she would say that he is too loving, too caring, and he's too clingy, and he's always up under me. You can't win.
So we need to create a service like this. I'm taking applicants right now.
A big man, to give her compliments all day. Tell her he loves me. Call her.
Good luck.
Check on her. Build her the hell up. She posted that job listing on the internet. After 8 years of marriage, and I need you to compare that job description to the crimes she listed against her husband. Hold me. Kiss me. Look at me. Communicate with me. Give me attention. Love me. The robot ad and the divorce filing are the same document. She did not leave a bad marriage. She left a man who stopped performing the validation routine on schedule, and she needs someone or something running that routine on a 24-hour loop. Our girl is not taking applications for a boyfriend. She is taking applications for an audience. And lucky for her, she already found one. 6 videos worth.
I just cried my eyes out. I cried my heart out. I prayed to God. I felt so much pain because of my divorce. And I have to pick myself up, so that's always a challenge. But the first thing I do is fix my hair, because for some reason it always gets crazy when I cry. And my lips feeling dry. So I always put my liquid lipstick, just kind of be more presentable, because I hate...
It's ridiculous.
feeling like this. But I just felt like crying, so I did, and
Who does this?
I just need to feel better because I don't want to stay in that really low state.
Who does this, guys?
So
Where are my shinobi
just
at?
drink lots of water,
Comment down below. I want to hear some comments.
stay hydrated, and just take it easy for the rest of the night. Give myself grace. And just know that I'm not 100% and I'm not gonna give. Like, my 100% isn't gonna be like when I am 100%. If that makes sense. Like, I'm okay with not with my best being less than what my best is when I'm feeling amazing. So anyway, just
This is gonna put me to sleep.
with myself today. I still have a lot of pain. A lot of pain. Because of the divorce. I don't want to cry anymore, but everything just surfaced. So. It's crazy. If you're going through this, I'm so sorry. It sucks. We are strong, though. We are. We are so strong. And we're gonna get through this.
Oh God, what are we doing?
We're gonna get through this.
What are we doing? Get her off the screen, please.
You're gonna get through this, girl.
Different woman, different car. But I want you to clock something. She said always. The first thing she always does. Her hair always gets crazy when she cries. Her lips always get dry. This woman has cried in this car so many times, she developed a full post-breakdown maintenance protocol. Cry, pray, fix hair, apply liquid lipstick, return to presentable. I'm not laughing at the pain. The pain is real. I'm laughing at the production of the pain because there is always a camera on and somehow grief photographs slightly better with a fresh coat of liquid lipstick. Go back to our main woman. 6 videos. Every tear logged. Every migraine reported. Every Christmas tree cataloged for the audience. The camera is not a healing tool, boys. The camera is the product. And they are the ones selling it.
Hey y'all, it's Corey. And I'm finally ready. I know a lot of you were probably cringing that I gave him another chance.
What?
I spent the past year with the divorce filed sitting in the court and doing all the things on all the lists that he said I should do. And what I learned is that didn't stop the abuse. In fact, I'm still told that what I'm experiencing isn't abuse and I'm making it up. An incident happened a few days ago where he had an iPad and he was holding it up saying he was going to bash my effing face in. So I contacted the Domestic Violence Center, and we are getting a TPO started, and that's where I'm headed. I'm going to be doing a lot of videos during this process because this was so therapeutic for me before, to get this out, and hopefully my story helps somebody else. I've been in this for 8 years.
I got a quick question. If this is true and he held an iPad over your head and said he was going to bash your face in. What happened? What you notice how she said that, but she didn't say what led to that. If it's true, what led up to that? Like, you're watching TV, minding your business. He walks up on you out of nowhere, and he has an iPad over your head, and he's telling you he's gonna hurt you. I just find that so hard to believe that that just happened for no reason, if it's true, mind you. Anyway.
I did believe it was all my fault because that's what I was told. And now I know it's not. And I know that this is actually abuse. And here we go.
1 year. She spent 1 year with the divorce sitting in court, doing everything on his list. Every condition he laid out, she followed it. Now I want to be very precise here, because that year is the most revealing chapter of this entire story, and most people blow past it in one sentence. He had a list, which means he told her exactly, specifically, what needed to change for this marriage to survive. She agreed to the list, worked it for 12 months, and we are watching video 5 of 6. So you already know how the list went. Now it is abuse. Now there is a TPO. Now the Domestic Violence Center is involved. The same man who did everything in the world, who she spent a full year trying to win back, is now on notice. I'm not telling you what to think about the allegation. I'm asking you to notice the sequence. Her words, her timeline, her camera. The receipts don't lie. They just sit there.
I did it. I didn't even get to tell everything. But I did it. I stood up for myself. I told the truth. Only a little bit of what's going on, and I'm sure I won't get a 12-month one, but I stood up for myself. I stood up for my daughter. And he can never hurt me again.
Well, boo fucking who?
Because now he's on notice. I don't even know. I'm just so sad. But I feel so relieved. Just tell the truth.
And cut.
It was humiliating.
She spent a full year doing everything on his list, every condition he set for reconciliation, and he still walked away at the end of it. So here is what the comment section needs to settle. Was he stringing her along the whole time just to buy himself an exit? Or did she spend that year doing the list wrong? Both answers are valid. Neither one. Makes her look good. Some men don't argue. They don't beg. They don't explain. They just leave.
Yeah, that's gonna do it, guys. I feel like, I don't know. Anyway, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about these stories? What do you think about the women in these stories? Do you believe them? Do you not? Let me know in the comments down below, guys. I want to thank everybody for watching, and if you enjoyed the content, please consider hitting the like and subscribe button if you have not already. And I will see you guys in the next video.